Okay, testing, testing. All right, my mic is working. All right, hold on, everyone. Let me get this video started and make sure my privacy settings on Facebook is not set to private. Gotta make sure everything's streaming correctly. All right, everything's looking good. But let me get it set to public. All right. All right, hold on.
Those who control the music and entertainment industry put these characters out here just so we can believe that just anybody who has raw talent can become famous by just meeting the right people. That's not the case. Honestly, that never been the case. Hollywood and the music industry run off of nepotism. You have to be related to a certain individual or married to to even be considered. Chrissean Rock gotta be a Drake. What I mean by that is one of the parents is obviously. That's how all these talentless puppets rise to fame.
Here's another fun fact. I'm Jewish. Thank you all for being here today. To my mom's side of the family, I say Shabbat Shalom. And yeah, I probably should go to Yeshiva. We went to Ibiza.
My mother's Jewish, and you know we have great Jewish dinners like Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. First of all, I live in an all Jewish area, Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah.
The fact that y'all can't tell that this is a big face, big neck man is beyond me. Now, y'all should be able to see through the filters. Now, come on. Now, in video, they can't add hips on to this this thing, but I mean, through the pictures, they try to soften things up with the editing techniques, but they can't add hips on in the videos without it distorting the photo. So yeah, they can still soften up the videos and soften up the face, but at the end of the day, they can't add the hips on. Eventually, this thing is going to get work done. Okay, they're just getting the money up to get the work done. But yeah, look, it got a 5 o'clock shadow. Look, it got a freaking mustache right here. Like, are you kidding me? Can y'all see? Can y'all see that it clearly has a mustache? Look at that big wide neck and that big old head. Its head is bigger than Blueface's head. It's bigger than most men. Like, this thing right here. But a lot of you big wide neck and that big old head, its head is bigger than Blueface's head. It got a freaking mustache right here. Like, are you kidding me?
Like, come on, y'all. Just because they put some makeup on it doesn't make it like the makeup don't even help. Like, really, you can still see the masculine features. It's like masculine energy all over this image, all over the like video pretty much. Like, and then like, come on, the square head, big old square, big old bobblehead, giant neck, giant shoulders, V shape collar. Well, not even V shape, it's like straight. Sorry. Because women got V shape. Hold on. This got a straight across collarbone. wide shoulders, big old, big old arms. I mean, yeah, I know it was athletic or whatever, ran track, or some say it played football, but when I watched those videos, um, of it supposedly playing football, like those three videos, it didn't they didn't have Chrissean run any plays whatsoever in any of those videos. Yeah, it's just in the background, just I guess they were trying to make her look or it look pretty or whatever, but it wasn't running any real plays or anything, showing anything, any real talent to me. Um, okay, whatever. Let me keep playing this video.
Can y'all see? Can y'all
Let me get the speed back up. Hold on, y'all. uh,
see that it clearly has a mustache? Look at that big wide neck and that big old head. Its head is bigger than Blueface's head. It's bigger than most men, like this thing right here. But a lot of y'all suffer from colorism. Y'all can't see that this is clearly a dude or was born hermaphrodite. Like, the head takes up the whole fucking photo. You got the head of a man, the body of a man, no hips. Like, come on. Or is this just a reptilian thing? Everybody a part of that bloodline who becomes famous, their gender is swapped. It's like the man is a woman, the woman is the man. Is that just something you're picking up on about that bloodline?
Not only does it have the spot shape, the anatomy of a man, the body shape of a man, the head, it talk like a man, it acts like a man. Like at this point, since they have perfected their techniques for top and bottom surgery, we have to go with the if it quacks like a duck method, okay? Quacks. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's got to be a duck, you know. If it acts like a man, if it talks like a man, if it walks like a man, then it probably is a man. And that's the only way we can determine if, you know, we are messing around or talking to a transgender at this point because they did perfect the bottom surgery when it comes to um, male to female, when it comes to aesthetics at least, okay? Only a man who is, experienced and have been with women, okay, real women, will know the difference, okay? Some, okay, probably wouldn't because there's a lot of women who are lacking in many ways down there because they don't know how to like strengthen their pelvis, they don't know how to clean up and balance themselves, balance their vaginal ecosystem. Um, they don't eat the right diet. They stank. So those surgically made vaginas are really competing out there when it comes to some of these so-called women. But an experienced man will know. And the only people they're fooling are like virgins or incels. So yeah, and you can find examples of how perfected these surgically made vaginas, on freaking Pornhub. You just look up male to female trans, getting plowed or BBC. You'll find plenty of videos. Like there's one, I can't remember their name right now, but I'll bring it up later. Um, there's yeah, one OnlyFans model that's on Pornhub that I will bring up their name later. Y'all can go look them up. It's a male to female, and yes, the downstairs aesthetically is perfect, okay? And even, you know, when they have infections down there, when They forget to dilate, and let's say, okay, they forget to dilate for 2 days, and it start to close up, and an infection happens. The pus that comes from that can assimilate what women, what happens when women so-called, cream, and it's not really good for women to have that going on anyway. That means you have a mold growth down there. Women are not eating on their right diets. That's why they can never get balanced, and that's why their vaginal ecosystem is always fucked, because they're always taking antibiotics that is destroying their vaginal ecosystem, their mitochondria, DNA, and immune system. Motherfuckers don't know this because they don't research. They don't really care to research. They think the science is all figured out, and they trust the medical industry. But this is the reason why women cannot become balanced, okay? Y'all trust the Western medicine, y'all trust the medical industry too much. And that's why all these miscarriages are happening. I mean, come on. Antibiotics, is known what antibiotics do to us now. Okay, we know it's known that antibiotics is not good for us, and there are alternative methods. It's just the FDA or whatever, sorry, FDA and World Health Organization, all of them, they don't want people to go seek alternative methods because, hello, they make money off of your suffering and your ignorance. Okay, but um, women are not being shown how to properly take care of themselves and balance themselves, which, keep them in the loop, you know, of having to go to these doctors and stuff like that. Okay, and keep you having these infections and smelling bad. Okay, and now these trans can compete. Really, they be competing. They're competing with y'all for real, with these fake vaginas. Okay, and yeah, but I've watched Chrissean. I watched those videos, and yes, it's, it's not doing anything miraculous whatsoever. Okay, in those videos. Okay, um, it looks like it's working with a surgically made thing, and yes, those things can get penetrated. Um, it's probably not that pleasurable to the men. I mean, that's probably why it keeps seeking others, because it's no grip action. Probably stinks all the time. Um, I mean, come on. But let this continue to play.
Because seriously, look at the people in the entertainment industry and in politics. Look at the so called women. They all look like men, they're all built like men, have male anatomies, and sometimes even the men kind of look like women. Like, for instance, Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates got birthing hips. But back on the topic of Chrissean Rock, like, this is what I mean about talentless motherfuckers getting famous. Like, this is the only song that is decent that it got. And it sounds like Trippy Red on the track. Like, hold on. I'm finna play like 5 seconds of it so y'all can hear this this person's voice. Even with all the auto tune, it still sounds like a man.
They know I'm on the rise. It's a vibe all the time. It's a vibe.
Hopefully that wasn't enough to get this video taken down, but obviously you can hear the motherfucker's voice. It sounds like Trippy Red on the track. And this is the best this motherfucker got right here. So you can clearly see it got the anatomy of a man, got a huge neck, a huge head, no hips, straight up and down abdomen. Like, seriously. They don't want to teach your children human anatomy in public schools so they can stay confused and don't know the difference between a man and a woman, because there's so many transgenders coming out now that are starting hormone therapy at freaking 10 years old, and by the time they turn 18, 19, you wouldn't even know biological sex was the opposite sex. And this is why they don't want to teach human anatomy in schools anymore, and the differences between males and females, to keep the masses confused and, yeah, to fool men. Glorilla and Chrissean are two peas in a pod. Oh my god. And they took that picture together, and look how big Chrissean head is. Like, it's the same size as Glorilla. And you know, I just did a video on Glorilla, exposing Glorilla. And now look at that. And look at this photo. Chrissean is giving Andrea Constand vibes in this photo. Like, it's Andrea Constand and Bill Cosby, her real parents, because those pictures of Chrissean, so-called as a baby, that family photo, none of those motherfuckers look like Chrissean whatsoever in that photo. The parents don't look like Chrissean, so, like, for real, like, who is Chrissean's real parents? Because, like, Chrissean looks mulatto to me. Don't look like a creation of two black people. Okay, Chrissean looked like the creation of possibly a Jew woman. This don't look like her real family. Like, come on. Come on. And you can't tell me that this motherfucker is a woman. And I mean, come on, this nigga smokes crack and he's from California. You can't put nothing past a nigga from California. California is the transformer capital. This is where you can go get your top and bottom surgery for literally little to nothing, for literally nothing at all, for free. So yeah, Chrissean can very well be a transformer who had vaginoplasty.
All right, and also I have some videos here pulled up exposing Blueface as an industry plant. Dude didn't even know that he was signed to like 4 or 5 different labels at one time when he got signed in 2018 to that, shitty ass song, Tatiana, whatever. Um, yeah. So yeah. Hold on, let me pull that up for you guys. Okay. All right, here you go. Okay, and yes, I do have a Rumble, so please go follow me on Rumble and BitChute. And also, hold on, let me show you something real quick. A lick, a lick. Um, and also go check out my BitChute. Um, so this is also titled on my YouTube channel, um, Basic Human Anatomy. Part 1 or Basic Human Anatomy, but on BitChute it is re-uploaded as rapper Glorilla Exposed. So just in case they remove these videos, you can go to my BitChute and you will find those videos there re-uploaded there. So yes, go subscribe to my BitChute and subscribe to my Rumble. Um, but yeah. Um, I like this video here, created by Patrick CC, or, I guess that's Smiley. I don't know, weird, one of those Smileys. I don't know, but yeah, I like his video, how he put this together, exposing Blueface. There's a few people exposing Blueface, and Chrissean and Conscious X. I like his video exposing Chrissean. I don't really agree that Chrissean is Christina Milian in a mask. I mean, it could be possible considering how big the motherfucker's head is. They could all be people in the mask, That's possible. But, you know, I just think it's like a bloodline thing. Um, you won't become famous unless you're a part of this bloodline, and that's what I believe, like with the nepotism. It's not just, oh, you meet a friend, who you meet someone or befriend a celebrity and they take you to the studio. It's not going to happen like that. You got to be a part of a bloodline. Okay. uh Anyways, Let me play this video exposing Blueface as an industry plant. Like, this dumbass didn't even know that he signed himself to 4 different labels when he signed himself to what is it, Young Money West, because there's a Young Money South and Young Money West, um, created by Birdman, and then they're under Universal. But what Glorilla and Chrissean have in common is, their freaking contracts are set up the same. Like, even with Glorilla and Yo Gotti, like Yo Gotti contract, he's under like either Universal or one of those. He's under some, you know, Jewish owned music production company. Okay, these people are not independent. They don't have their own creative rights. Y'all need to understand the music industry is controlled, okay? Controlled by the elites, okay? And they push everything they make the trends, okay? We don't create no trend, okay? Um our music is completely soulless now because they took over control over all, creative aspects of the music industry, okay? Like, they put these industry plants in the spotlight. Like, they're not actually going out here and finding raw talent. They're making it look like it, okay? Like, yeah, I saw how Glorilla video just blew up online. Okay, I saw it. I saw when it got posted and how it was shared everywhere, okay? But it looked more like an ad placement to me. Okay, how some of these posts are put out, like, but whatever. Um, they tried to make it look as organic as possible how these people, are found, but these people, these people who are put in the spotlight, you know, they're not. It's not as and it's like they're not being found off the street. It's not like, okay, someone's like lucky ass day. These people are connected via bloodline, okay, to some, Jesuit, all right, who has connections or whatever, whether they're brown or pale, okay, because, skin color really don't matter. Like, the elites is not all pale elite, there's black elites too that, they share bloodlines. Um, but y'all still think it's like a color thing, black and white matters. No, there's the Boule too, people that gatekeep the black community, and niggas fail to realize that the Boule has almost full control over the conscious community. Like, they'll have agents come after motherfuckers who like come after my channel, come after me and motherfuckers who follow me, and try to deter them from following me because, oh, I don't have said credentials, or I'm not educated in this field. I don't have a degree or debt paper. I shouldn't be speaking on this topic, but um, having that debt paper actually prove that you're more than likely an agent, because those who go to HBCUs and pledge Greek fraternity are technically boule. They work for the agendas of the celebrities and the elites. Okay, the celebrities are puppets of the elites. And these Greek fraternity pledge members work for the agendas of the celebrities. Like, a lot of them worship celebrities. Like, they have the celebrity worship syndrome, and that is actually a syndrome. Uh, Worshiping celebrities, and you know, yeah. But hold on, I'm gonna play this video for y'all.
Is at an all-time low. You only ever Blueface's music career is at an all-time low. You only ever hear about him these days when he gets into a physical altercation in public with his girlfriend Chrissean Rock. However, people knew Blueface's career was destined for failure back in 2019 when he said this in his first major interview.
Oh, you selling Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
All I know is Cash Money West and Whack 100. You gotta ask Whack about the other people involved.
You haven't seen your own paperwork?
Nah, I seen it, but Whack showed me. I ain't see the,
It's very clear from this interview that Blueface does not know the details of his record deal. He didn't realize that he was signed to 4 record labels at once. He knows he's signed to Cash Money West, which is a division or imprint of Cash Money Records, founded in 2018 by Birdman and Whack 100. But Cash Money Records is distributed by Republic Records, which is owned by Universal Music Group. Now, there are plenty of successful artists who are signed to multiple labels. However, there's no debate that when your money is being split up 4 times before you get it, it's going to be much harder to make profit. The obvious piece of advice is that you should never sign a contract that you didn't read or you don't understand, but it's much more complicated than that. Signing a bad deal might actually be a good strategy for some artists. Blueface signed his deal in 2018 thanks to the success of his breakout single, Respect My Crippin'. The music video dropped on World Star Hip Hop, and Blueface became a viral meme with his offbeat rapping, high-pitched voice, and silly lyrics.
People say I rap off beat. I say I just rap to a different rhythm of the beat, and it just makes it sound, that much different. So I think that's really what it is. They just don't know it yet, but I just let them know.
At first, it seemed like everyone was making fun of him, but a lot of people, including myself, listened to his music as a guilty pleasure. The controversial virality had listeners diving into his back catalog. Record labels were all eager to sign Blueface, and in December of 2018, he ended up with Cash Money West. So why was signing this bad deal potentially a good thing for Blueface? Well, his label knew that his older song, Tatiana, had way more potential than Respect My Crippin'. The label would connect him to popular West Coast rapper YG for a remix, as well as a lyrical Lemonade video. Then they pumped it out to radio stations all over the country, which led to his first Billboard Hot 100 entry. To keep momentum, they got Cardi B on another remix with another lyrical Lemonade video, which was the first time Cole Bennett made 2 videos to the same song. Without the label, Blueface would most likely not have gotten those big features, those music videos, or all the radio play which kept Tatiana on the Billboard Hot 100 for 20 weeks. Then he secured a spot as a XXL freshman in 2019. This high-profile publication co-signs 6 to 10 artists as being next up in the music industry. They typically only pick artists who are signed to major labels. By mid-2019, Blueface was a household name in the rap world. Now that he had the fame, all he needed to do was grind to gain more leverage, escape his record deal, and make millions. However, we now know that Blueface did not have an escape plan, because this was his peak. After 2019, he made a key choice that would start his slow demise. His debut studio album would only sell 12,000 units in its first week. Find the Beat, released in March of 2020, and despite features from Lil Baby, Gunna, Polo G, NLE Choppa, and DaBaby, it still flopped. Instead of grinding harder to make music to resonate with fans, he changed his focus to something else: OnlyFans. While on set filming a music video for a song off the album, some dancers Blueface had hired began fighting in his house, which sparked the idea for Blue Girls Club, a makeshift OnlyFans reality show where he invites girls into his home and films their every move. For a monthly subscription of $50, more than triple the standard Netflix fee, viewers could watch these women repeatedly fight and party all night long, while Blueface pockets all the cash and the girls get paid in the form of clout. As you could guess, the show was a total disaster from the start. The very first episode started like this.
Damn, y'all late. They already fighting.
Insider was able to speak with 5 women involved in the show, in which they claimed exposure and connections within the industries they were interested in didn't always materialize. Instead, they said they encountered a turbulent environment in which they were exposed to near constant conflict without pay or medical or psychological professionals. One contestant broke her leg within the first 3 days of filming, while another girl even said she was assaulted 8 times, but also admitted she doesn't regret it since she gained 54,000 followers on Instagram. It's estimated that Blueface was making between $100,000 to $200,000 per month from the 4,000 subscribers to his show. Considering he wasn't paying the women, and the quality of the production was around the same as a typical YouTube vlog, it's safe to assume his profit margins were high, and he was likely making way more money on this than he ever did from music. Since he was focused on the show, the music he was releasing was lackluster. Aside from his feature on DDG's track Moonwalking in Calabasas, Blueface's music was falling on deaf ears. However, in 2020, he did meet his now girlfriend boyfriend, Chrissean Rock, who was among the 10 women casted for Blue Girls Club, and is now the reason why Blueface is constantly in the news. Chrissean Rock is one of 12 siblings. She grew up on the rough streets of Baltimore, Maryland, and survived a very abusive and toxic childhood. She was a gifted track and field athlete throughout high school and was on pace to go to a D1 college. Also during this time, she was building a decent-sized Instagram following. She went to a 2-year university in California and was taking track and field seriously, but knew she longed to be famous, to relish in the glamorous Hollywood life. Ultimately, she dropped out of school when she was scouted for a show called Ultimate Tag.
I'm the youngest in the competition. I've been through more than most. It was a struggle growing up, and I was even homeless. Athletics saved me. It was like an outlet for me to put all my stress, all my pain on the track. I want to win Ultimate Tag and put myself through college, and I'm going to win tonight.
She won the game show, which earned her $10,000, and she was able to live off that for a little before submitting her audition tape to be on Blueface's reality show. Chrissean quickly became the star of Blue Girls Club, basically because she was willing to fight anyone. She even lost her front tooth during a fight in the house.
Okay. Okay. Man, okay. So y'all didn't hear me when I paused the first time. Okay. Um, but yeah, I was saying like all those photos of so-called Chrisean before the fame, all those photos were heavily edited, okay? That's why it's the major difference now. Yes, there are a lot of photos that are surfacing now of Chrisean being off guard and off that, all that off guard photos. You know, you see the real body shape. Like there's this one photo of Chrisean with this, I guess, tank top on. It's over the belly looking like it got like, you know, Chrisean got like this beer belly thing going on, and you know, just all nasty looking. Okay, I gotta find the photo. I will post it up here. But yeah, like all the photos you see now, I mean, you will clearly see more photos of it unedited, you know, because people will catch it out in public and, you know, take photos of what it really, like most celebrities get these off guard photos um, posted, you know, everywhere. Like when real people find them out in public, they'll take a picture, you know. Even like the photos like paparazzi take of these celebrities, you know, some of these celebrities request that they like edit, soften it up, make it look better, you know, you know, whatever. Um, they want they want the celebrity in the best light if, you know, yeah. So, um, but yeah, get this back. I'm gonna start this back up. I just wanted to add that back in. I wanted to add that in here because y'all didn't hear me the first time, and yeah, my shit was muted. So yeah, my bad.
She started doing interviews and getting her IG followers up. At first, Blueface and Chrissean weren't a couple, they just had a working relationship. He even signed her to help her music career.
Talk to us about what you saw in Rock that made you want to get behind her, start a movement, support her as an artist, etc.
I just saw all the star qualities in her that I once had. I wasn't always like musically the best, but I was a star, so for sure she's a star.
So does that mean Rock's money is being split up 6 ways now? Never mind. After she released a few songs, Blueface took her onto Aiden Ross's stream for some extra promotion, but it did not go well. Blueface and Chrissean come onto Aiden's stream and immediately start making fun of him. At first it's just harmless jokes and Aiden goes along with it, but then they push him to the background, grab his speaker, and start blasting Chrissean's newest song. Blueface demands Aiden to dance. Aiden went along with the jokes because he knew it would be funny. However, he had about 250,000 live viewers, and Chrissean was getting all this free promotion while being extremely rude. Aiden's viewers did not like seeing him getting bullied on his own stream.
Who you be talking to?
Okay, alright.
You know, you be like low-key disrespectful while trying.
Wait, what?
I know it sounds silly, but Chrissean and Blueface being rude to Aiden genuinely impacted their reputation to the youth. Aiden has one of the most loyal followings on the internet. Whoever is cool with Aiden, his followers also support heavily. They had the opportunity to gain potentially hundreds of thousands of new supporters, but instead they tried to act all cool, which led to all of his followers despising both of them. Despite this, fans thought Blueface was making a comeback with his music. His verse on Better Days is probably the best verse he has ever made. Blueface has the potential to make such good music, and this right here is an example, along with another song with DDG called BGC. It seemed like Blueface had a creative spark. Instead of continuing the music grind, he decided to do a TikToker boxing event. Many people questioned why a famous rapper and self-admitted gang member would fight a TikToker. For money? Or maybe he genuinely wanted to challenge himself? He won the fight. He was allegedly only paid $25,000, but I can't imagine him doing this event for that small of a paycheck. Then again, when your music money is getting split 5 ways and it's underperforming, $25K might be a good payday. He even started his own restaurant, Blues Fish and Soul, which had mostly positive reviews. It became an affordable soul food spot in LA and stayed open for over a year. Today, Google says it is temporarily closed, so I don't really know how successful that was, but at this point it seems clear that Blueface is not just a rapper. He isn't working on albums or trying to make a musical legacy. He is casually putting out singles to maintain his celebrity lifestyle. Blue Girls Club returns, and this time it gets crazier. More fights and more chaos. A clip of the
So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. Keep going. But did you know that new customers who bundle with Progressive can save an average of $800?
Beauty isn't
I
just
couldn't
what we put
skip
on.
that one.
It's what we put out
Hold
into
on.
the world. And until everyone sees
No, I
beauty
can't
for
skip
all that
this
it
one
is
either.
and all that it
Are you
can
kidding
be.
me? I hate these ads. Like, come on, man. Okay. But yeah, I really like Patrick CC's channel. Like, I'm subscribing. I'm subscribed. Because, yeah, it's a nice detailed video on how Blueface is an industry plant. Um, but yeah, those of you who are just hopping on, I just played my video exposing Chrisean as a transformer. You can go back and check this video out on my BitChute channel, Indigo Kanaya. You'll find it there. Go subscribe to my channel and you can watch it back there, or you can wait for the replay because I'm gonna end this video shortly. But I'm gonna finish up this video exposing Blueface as an industry plant. And then this video right here exposes that he grew up in the suburbs. He didn't grow up in the ghetto. Um, he claims that he is a Crip. He was put in, beat in, I don't know, or whatever into the Crip gang. I don't know when. I guess when he went to jail. I don't know. We're gonna watch the video together. Um, but for the most part, I know that he grew up in the suburbs. So he's not gangsta. Just like the baby who started out in a diaper, coming out in public, making public appearances in diapers, but y'all think that this dude is gangsta because he's dark skinned and got a few tattoos. Um, so yeah. Uh, but let me get back onto this video here. I hate these fucking ads.
We won't stop moving beauty forward. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
A clip of the girls sleeping on bunk beds and living in dirty conditions went viral. He was also saying that the girls had to get tattoos of him or else they had to go home. People were accusing him of starting a cult. Now we know they weren't being held against their will. They wanted to be there for the fame and notoriety. An Instagram live went viral.
Okay, so that's crazy. Chrissean is not the only one who got a neck tattoo of Blueface. Apparently, he made all these motherfuckers get branded or whatever. Um, and it looks like Chrissean is not the only trans in the lineup. Look at this one. Look at that motherfucker right there. And this one is it's suspicious right here too. Right here. Right here. I don't know what these motherfuckers looking like down here, but that one got a brow bone. We're gonna let this video keep playing out.
Where Blues manager Whack 100 tried to kick Chrissean out of the house for her bad hygiene and bad attitude. In this fiasco, we learned that Blueface
Bad hygiene and bad attitude. So like I suspected, this motherfucker stank. Okay. Um, but let's keep going.
allegedly dropped Chrissean and was not helping her music career. People were confused because they thought Blue and Chrissean were on good terms. They seemed to be very close. A few weeks later, the mother of Blue's firstborn son announced that she was pregnant again, so he was expecting another child. This derailed Chrissean, and it was about to get ugly. Chrissean and Blueface have the tendency to post every facet of their relationship on social media. Any in my life is obligated to submit to me. That is the text message that Blueface sent to Chrissean. She posted this long back and forth feed of text where Blue is trying to break her down. Then when she says she is done and doesn't care anymore, he says, "I love you," and "I miss you." People saw the clear manipulation tactics. 1 month later, Rock got intoxicated, broke into his house, and passed out in the bathtub. She took to Instagram Live and Chrissean stated that part of the reason for her behavior is that she loves Blueface for, quote, taking her out the hood. A week after that, she stole his Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon and tried to drive it across the country. But before leaving the house, she left a message on the wall, "I love Blue." Look closely. See what that's written in? I'll give you a hint, it's not ketchup. She actually got arrested for this situation, but it didn't lead to any major charges. Surely anyone at this point would.
And man, the elites are trying to normalize this behavior, and then they got Gorilla co-signing with Chrissean, talking about, oh yes, I think this behavior, Chrissean's behavior is normal. That's what Gorilla said. Okay. Um, and they're making it seem like, oh yeah, this is what most black women go through. Yeah, dumb black women who choose Pookies um possibly go through shit like this. But um black women who choose to date decent people, no, we don't we don't go through this shit. And we don't behave like that. If a man does us wrong, we just leave. Okay, the first time. We don't keep going back. We don't get tattoos. We don't, yeah, we don't do that. We leave when we're disrespected the first time. You know, giving chances waste your time. So, yeah. And then motherfuckers were gonna make excuses. Oh, Chrisean is young. I was young. I there's smart girls that were young that can see through a pookie, okay? Um, yeah.
Realized these two should not be together. Instead, they decided to make their relationship official. In celebration, Chrissean got a tattoo of Blue's name Jonathan right above her area. A couple months later, she got his whole face tattooed on her neck. They have both clearly showed that they have some sort of dependency on each other, but it is disproportionately affecting Chrissean.
So, how many Blueface tattoos do you have?
I got 5. One on my face, one on my neck that say Jonathan Jamal Porter, one on my that say Jonathan, one on my hand that say Jonathan.
Now, she is a grown woman who is capable of making her own decisions, but Blueface is also proven to antagonize her. He is constantly putting a camera in her face. He knows how to push her buttons and does it for the entertainment of his Instagram following.
Just a fighting. All your life you had to fight, huh?
He stopped being.
He loves Harpo, but you killed him dead before you let him beat you.
Some people think he is trying to document her behavior for his own protection in case things get bad, because things were about to get really bad. A clip goes viral of Chrissean beating up Blueface's sister. Allegedly, Blueface hit his own mother, left her bruised up, and his sister Callie showed up with her husband to defend her mom. When Callie got there looking for a fight, apparently 7 of Blue's friends jumped Callie and her husband. But the video clip that went viral cut all of that first part out, and they only showed a little scrap between Chrissean and her.
She got beat the fuck up. He got beat the fuck up for you.
If you treat your mom bad, you'll treat anyone bad. Nothing about this situation is normal, but most people thought that if Blueface would be willing to fight his own family or let other people fight his family, then Chrissean was not going to get special treatment. And they were right. Shortly after, Chrissean and Blueface got into an altercation in public, which involved both of them throwing punches at each other. Chrissean swung on Blueface first, and he was defending himself. This is the first time anyone had seen them physically assaulting each other, and it wouldn't be the last time. Just a few weeks later, another fight outside of a nightclub. We have reason to believe Blue started this one as he pulled her hair in the beginning of the clip, but Chrissean is the one who ended up getting arrested.
But you're not going to get into any sort of like physical blues again?
No.
All right, all right.
Here first, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
At this point, it seems like Blueface's music career is officially done. Sometimes we assume that because someone has a successful music career, that's what they want to do for the rest of their lives. The ironic thing is, people are starting to realize that Chrissean is the one maintaining Blueface's relevance. The narrative is starting to shift. People stop looking at Chrissean as the crazy girlfriend and start looking at Blueface as the manipulator. They are rooting for her. At the same time, people start looking at Blue's mom Clarissa as an instigator as well, because she is constantly going on Instagram Live, bringing up drama, and trying to get her own clout from her son's drama. Blueface is a grown man, and it's obvious that she wants to insert herself into his relationship for her own benefit.
But I want to get on here and ask Mr. Blueface, where's your family? Where are the people you started with? Where's Bravo? Where's Earl? Where are the people that were on your team when you started?
So how does this end? With a reality TV show, of course. Crazy in Love was just announced, along with Chrissean getting another neck tattoo of Blueface. It's really hard to tell how much of this is real, and how much of this is all for shock value entertainment. We all agree this is not healthy or normal, but they have an incentive to keep up this toxic lifestyle because they are making money from it. I want to feel bad for them. I want to think that Blueface is going to focus on music one day again, but I think this is exactly where they all want to be.
Blueface sucks. He should not focus on music whatsoever, okay? He was an industry plant. He was signed because he's a puppet. He'll do whatever they tell him to do for the money. So that's why he got signed. And he obviously is a part of their bloodline, okay? And that's another thing. That's a major uh key factor. You have to be a part of that bloodline, okay? Um, but let me play the other video exposing Blueface. One second. One second. Well, he explains his upbringing, him not being raised in the hood whatsoever, being raised in the suburbs, okay, him actually having some college, experience. He went to college for a little while, which that's what I believe he probably got drafted into the CIA. Because if you get drafted into the CIA, yeah, you that's like an easy pipe. That's like a pipeline to the music industry or like entertainment industry, like Hollywood. Like most actors and music like entertainers, like they're part of the CIA too. Okay, the CIA, their job is to manipulate the masses, like their minds, keep you sleep under a spell, under the Jesuit spell, and keep your mind like controlled, keep you distracted. Pretty much. And they run psyops on the news all the time, literally all the time. And like right now, they are literally putting like CGI avatars in our face and like passing them off as like real humans and like running fake stories like that now. Like they do that now. And it's easy. Like a lot of people can't tell the difference between a fake avatar, human avatar, and a real human at this point. Um, but yeah, here we go.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, alright, man. We here with no jumper, man.
I don't know if I'll
Fuck it.
get a
Stay tuned. We about to
copyright.
get that exclusive.
This is a big channel. But yeah, just go to this channel because this is a big channel. I don't want to get copyright strike. Go to this channel, and it's called Blueface Exposed. The video is on No Jumper. I mean, he explained who he is, where he's from. I mean, he's not lying. At least he's nice about that. He's not lying. He didn't grow up in the hood. Some of these rappers really lie, like the baby. Um, yeah, hell, Tupac. um, so many more. Young Thug and just all the rappers really. All the rappers really have this fake, you know, have most rappers come up with like a fake background story, struggle life type thing, grew up in the hood, but most did not grow up in the hood at all. Okay. Um, so we're gonna skip past this video because I think this is a big channel and they'll probably like copyright strike me or whatever for screen sharing. And I don't really like popping in every 10 seconds to say something when I don't really ain't got shit to say. So we're gonna go to Conscious X video. I like this video of him exposing Ice Spice, Glorilla, Chrissean Rock. You know, I like all of his videos pretty much, because, there's the theory that, yeah, these could be, just motherfuckers playing, like actors playing different roles, with different, mask and disguises because these CIA disguises are really good, people, like really good, like, and that could explain why Chrisean got that big bobblehead. It, could have a mask on. Could be that, or it could be the bloodline thing, so-called reptilians or the just parasitic human race. They're built like that. They're built like that, okay? The men look like women, the women look like men. It's just, yeah, different species of humans. It's just how it is with them, okay? You know, I solely 100% that believe that we're all different. Like, there's some humans that's supposed to be eating on a herbivore type diet. There's some humans that's supposed to be eating on a carnivore type diet. You know, we're all different. Okay. And that's what I believe. Okay. It's not like a one size fit all thing for everyone. When it comes to health, when it comes to nutrition, what works for some might not work for others, and I solely believe that, okay? And I believe that, yeah, there is a parasitic race of humans, okay? And, how they're shaped, how they're structured is way different than organic humans, okay? And some of them have to eat probably raw flesh and possibly human flesh. Maybe they have a thirst for human blood and human flesh. Um, that's kind of a thing for a lot of the elitist, okay, and what they do behind closed doors. But a lot of people don't want to jump down that rabbit hole. They think it's all conspiracy, but no, a lot of people need to open their eyes to what's going on, okay, and like they need to do research on who is running the show and the people who are running the show and what's really going on. It's time to wake up. Like before it's too late. Like it's really time to wake up. Like a lot of you motherfuckers who say y'all conscious in the black community are not really conscious. Y'all not really looking deep into like what's going on in our government. And yeah, it needs to be addressed. Like all you fake woke motherfuckers who are afraid to look into conspiracies, who don't want to look into 9/11, who don't want to look into anything. You need to be called out. You're not woke, okay? You airy fairy fucking astrology loving ass dumb bitch. Yes, I'm talking to you. Okay, you motherfucker. All you talk about is fucking astrology and tarot cards and Beyonce. You need to be exposed, you fucking boule motherfucker. Cause most of y'all be fucking sorority, Greek sorority dumb bitches, okay, who are like fucking hundreds of $1,000s in debt, fucking thousands of dollars in debt, having ass motherfuckers ain't got nothing going on. Like your brain just don't function right. You don't think for yourselves. All you do is like talk all day about other people, okay? Like, okay, yeah, I'm talking about Chrissean Rock. I'm talking about fucking Gorilla, but it's because they need to be exposed, okay? Like, as fucking industry plants. Like, these people should not be fucking famous. There are real talented people out here that will never get the spotlight because they are not a part of a certain bloodline, okay? Like, Jay-Z, for example, should not fucking be famous. He fucking sucks. There's a lot of fucking artists that fucking suck out here compared to, like, the real, raw, talented people who are connected to, like, source, who are on like the real love frequency, who make beautiful music that are connected to like nature, that beautiful music that can never be discovered because we let the fucking JEWs fucking broadcast these trash fucking individuals, okay, that should never fucking be famous, should have never become famous in the first place. Like, I'm so fucking tired.
Skin. Aveeno.
Your small business has a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy. Tools and support for every small business first.
So today's video is going to be about Ice Spice, Glorilla, and Chrissean Rock because they've been pushing these characters a lot lately. Every time I go on Instagram, they're just pushing them in my feed every single time. And I find that really strange because that seems to be their new method of pushing out these new celebrities. And all of those pages on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook that post celebrities are all involved, because if you notice, they all post the same exact things and they all have the same narrative with every single post. I've even seen the same exact post on multiple different pages, so that's how I know all of those pages are involved in pushing out these new characters. Because to be honest, I've never heard of these characters until a couple months ago, and I'm sure most of you guys never heard of them until you've seen them being pushed a lot in your feed. But anyways, today's video is going to be about these three characters because all three of them are pushing a very nasty agenda all at the same time, and I'm tired of seeing them on my feed so much, so I'm just going to expose all three of them at once. So the first character we're going to talk about is Ice Spice, because I found her immortal character. The character that she's based off of is Lucille Ball, and most of you guys probably know her from the show I Love Lucy. She's a very old actress, and she faked her death as well. I'll get into that later. But as you guys can see, they look so much alike. And the weird thing about Lucy is her show was in black and white because supposedly around that time, the only cameras they had were in black and white. But I'm going to show you guys that they actually lied about that. They've been having color for a long time. They just lied and said that they only had black and white so that in the future when everything's in color, it'll look like all these black and white movies are extremely old. But in reality, they're not that old. So here's some more comparisons of Ice Spice and Lucille Ball, and they look extremely similar. You know, as you guys can see right here, they have the same side profile, the same exact eyes, the same eyebrows, the same nose. You know, they both have like this little pointy nose, and their mouth is very similar. So this one is very easy to see. And for many years, people didn't know what Lucille Ball looked like in color because all of her movies were in black and white. And when pictures and videos are in black and white, you can't really tell what color their hair is, right? But if you look at her more recent pictures, you can see that she had red hair just like Ice Spice. So pretty much everything about these characters is the same. The only difference is the era. You know, these characters get recycled so much. All of those old celebrities from the 1900s have young characters today that are pushing out agendas. Right here, they look exactly alike. Ice Spice is literally just a modern version of Lucy. And as you guys can see, she has orange hair and orange nails. And orange is very symbolic because orange equals 33 in gematria, just like masonry. And have you guys noticed every time a new celebrity comes out, they always look familiar? You know what I mean? Like every single time I see a new celebrity, I always feel like I've seen them before. And the reason for that is because they all have an old character that we've all seen before. And in this case, it's I Love Lucy and also another character, Debbie Ryan. So most of you guys remember Debbie Ryan from Disney Channel. She was in a lot of big shows, and that's a big connection because both of these characters are actresses, and also Debbie Ryan made music as well, and their youngest character, Ice Spice, makes music as well. So this one is really creepy because they look exactly alike right here. You know, all three of these characters have that same face structure and head shape, and they all have those same eyes and nose. So I'm sure all of you guys can see the resemblance on this one. And Debbie Ryan put this one in plain sight. She posted Lucille Ball in 2013, and she said, "Love this woman." And it's a picture of Lucy, and it says, "I'm not funny, what I am is brave." So she put this one right in our face. You know, she literally posted her base character on Facebook in 2013. And as you guys can see, Debbie Ryan looks a lot like Ice Spice as well. All three of these characters look exactly alike. And the nail in the coffin for these characters is their names in gematria, because Ice Spice and Debbie Ryan have the exact same gematria in 4 different ciphers. And this is insane because I've never seen 2 of the same characters have the exact same gematria in all of the ciphers, because the looks are one thing, but once you see that they even match up perfectly in gematria, that's a second confirmation. You know, when I saw this, it confirmed everything that I was thinking. So Ice Spice equals 69 and Debbie Ryan equals 96 in the same cipher, and then they both equal 42, 147, and 48. And I also noticed that Freemason matches up perfectly with Ice Spice as well. You know, it's the same exact numbers in every cipher again. So Ice Spice, Debbie Ryan, and Freemason all have the exact same gematria in every single cipher. So this right here confirms that these characters are clearly not real people, because the chances of your name matching up with Freemason is like 1 in a million, especially in every single cipher like this. So another big connection is the fact that Lucille Ball is from New York, and Ice Spice is also from New York.
Happy New Year, Michael's Rewards members. You scored a free $5 bonus reward to kickstart a creative 2023.
Smooth, gentle formula for smooth skin at last. Aveeno, Calm and Restore.
New York. And keep in mind, she infiltrated in the Bronx in New York. Rappers love infiltrating in poor places because they know that they can be around a lot of poor people, and when they get famous, all of these poor people are going to vouch for them because they've seen them around. So Lucille Ball faked her death in the 80s, and I noticed that her name matches up with Killing and Rapper, which is very ironic because not only did she fake her death, but her youngest character is a rapper. So that's a major connection right there. And Lucille and Killing both equal 74, 115, and 43, all in the same ciphers. So her death was very scripted. Alright, so Ice Spice's real name is Isis Gatson, and her last name Gatson equals 86, which is very interesting because Lucille Ball's birthday is August 6th, And when you write that out, that's 8/6, like 86. And her biggest show is called I Love Lucy, and I Love Lucy equals 119. And when you reverse 119, you get 911, and she was born in 1911. So her birthday was extremely scripted. You know, it connects to her youngest character, and it also connects to her show. So she was scripted to be in this show. And also what I noticed is Lucille Ball was born in the beginning of the 1900s, and a year later, Ice Spice comes out, and she was born January 1st, 2000. So she was born in the beginning of the 2000s. And all of this seems scripted to me because the fact that she was born January 1st, 2000, this was the first day of the millennium. So that seems very scripted to me. And her real name, Isis Gatson, is very scripted because it also matches up with her stage name, Ice Spice, and her other character, Debbie Ryan. They all equal 42 in the same cipher. So like I said, I Love Lucy was a show that was only in black and white because supposedly they didn't have color back then, right? But recently in 2019, they made a colored version of I Love Lucy. And this doesn't make sense because you have to think, how would they make a colored version of a black and white show if there wasn't colored cameras according to them, right? And they tried explaining it, but it doesn't make sense. They said it's all about being true and respectful to the time period. The only reason I Love Lucy wasn't shot in color is because the technology didn't exist then. The colorization is so much better than it was 25 years ago. We can make it look like it was shot in 2019. I think it's interesting that they said that at the end. You know, we can make it look like it was shot in 2019. That shows that everything they do is planned hundreds of years ahead. They knew that this show was going to be in color in 2019. You know, they purposely put it out in black and white so that later on they can put it in color. And people don't question things, so this went over everybody's head. But this is very questionable, you know, how did they make it in color? And if you look at these pictures right here, this looks like it's brand new. You know, this doesn't even look like a colored version of a black and white show. It just looks like they filmed this in color in 2019. So that's very strange to me in my opinion. That shows that their technology is so much more advanced than what they put out there. And they even have statues of Lucy, you know, and she's standing on this 5-pointed star. And stars are a big reference to celebrities because they want us to celebrate and worship celebrities just like the stars. And that's why they call celebrities stars. And they have stars in Hollywood. You know, they really want us to idolize them. And they love to make these statues because it gets people to worship them like a deity. Because at the end of the day, all of these characters are deities and they all want to be worshipped. So now let's get into the next character, which is Chrissean Rock. And first things first, when they flip off the camera like this, they're flipping you off. You know, I don't know why a lot of regular people started doing this, but when you see a celebrity doing this, they're purposely trying to say F you to the viewer. And it's a very disrespectful thing. And this character is so disgusting to me because she blatantly looks like a man. You know, she has these broad shoulders and this thick ass neck. You know, she has a really wide neck. And she has a Blueface tattoo on her neck, which is very strange. Her character is just very nasty to me because the agenda that she's pushing is just so ghetto and it's very degrading to women. Women should not idolize this character because she is degrading women.
Zaxby's Asian Sensation Salad is back. And it brought friends.
Women in every single way. You know, there's so many videos of her that pop up in my feed where she's punching Blueface and screaming in his house and just all of these ghetto antics. And it's all purposely done. You know, they purposely push out this ghetto agenda. And what I noticed is these three characters are pushing the same exact agenda to women, but in different ways. You know, Chrissean Rock is just mainly nasty and ghetto. And she's really promoting for toxic relationships. Her relationship with Blueface is extremely toxic, and they want a lot of relationships to be like that so that they can break up. And by the way, Devon Sade has a really good book about relationships and how to find your twin flame. So I highly recommend you guys to get that book because there's really an attack on relationships. You know, they want relationships to be extremely toxic, but that's not how it should be, you know what I mean? So I recommend you guys buy Devon Sade's ebook.
Yeah, that is very true. And a lot of people are really dumb. They're falling for the twin flame trick. Like a lot of these so-called yogis, spiritual yogis are saying that, oh, the twin flame relationship is supposed to be toxic. It's supposed to take you through trials and tribulations to make you grow into a better person because this person is reflecting you. And the reason why y'all conflict each other and blah blah blah. No, no relationship is supposed to be super toxic like that. No man is supposed to be beating you. No man is supposed to be gaslighting you. Um, you know, um, yeah. So please, if you're in a like a physical or physical or verbal abusive relationship, get out of that, okay? No, okay. Um, And, it don't even have to be like physical. There's a lot of, toxic men out here that don't even have to get physical with you, just arguments every day. You know, things are getting thrown, properties getting damaged. Uh, that's a lot of money there, okay? Get out of that, okay? Get out of that. That is not how relationships are supposed to be, okay? Um, yeah. Um, these fake YouTube gurus, okay, they'll tell you, yes, you're supposed to be in something toxic, can help you grow, it'll help you become a better person, but no, no, that is not. It's not what's up, okay? A lot of people are getting murked because they're following this advice, okay? Getting with a extremely toxic man, okay, and thinking that a man is high value just because he got some money, okay? No, high value do not equate to just having a lot of money, okay? If the person is just trash or just a trash individual, they're not high value, okay? They can have all this money and be spending all this money just to hoard their fucking house, okay? There's people like that. There's just dirty as fuck that don't clean after themselves, that don't clean their bodies. There's that inherited a lot of fucking money. You think they're high value just because they have like fucking six, seven figures in the bank? They're not washing their ass every day. That's high value. Or someone who has a lot of kids, who have a lot of money, who has a lot of kids, who don't see their kids though, that just pay child support monthly and literally never go pick up their kids. Okay. Um, you think that man is high value or that woman's high value? Um, like, come on. I don't believe any woman who don't have a nurturing aspect is high value whatsoever. And now infertility is a flex, okay? Like y'all are picking women who are 30 fucking plus years old who don't have children just because they have a degree. Some of these degrees is equivalent to like, debt because some of these people go to school off of student loans, okay? So, a lot of people actually, okay, and then like these scholarships, okay, some people get scholarships, so they don't cover everything when it comes to college. So, um, yeah, um, modern society is retarded. Infertility is a flex, and you know, um, it seems like modern women of other races is desired. Like black men are claiming they hate modern women, black women, but are seeking women of other races who are 30 plus years, whatever, don't have kids, and have these degrees and all this debt or whatever. A career woman can never be a good wife. Like, come on, like, how can y'all not see like fucking feminism is a trick. The feminist movement is a trick, is a scam. You can't be a career woman and a good wife and a good mother. Okay? It's either pick being a homemaker or pick being a career woman. You can't have both. There's a fantasy, y'all want to live in this fantasy where you can have both. It's just won't, it can't happen. Okay? Kevin Samuels was an agent. He was a fucking Kappa Alpha fucking Boule agent, okay? Um, and he died in the arms of a fucking nurse. And for some reason, it made some of you mentally ill men seek nurses. Like, the bitch couldn't save the nigga life, but now y'all are seeking nurses. These nurses can't save a motherfucker's life, okay? And they're not, most of these nurses are not telling people to be health conscious. They're not warning people about the dangers of some of these injections, okay? So how can you say that these people care about your health and medical industry health? They don't care about your health, okay? Like, modern medicine do not care about your health, and it's obvious to those who have a fucking mind, have an actual brain, and can think and have, yeah, it's obvious that modern medicine is a scam, okay? Um, Especially if you look into the fact that antibiotics destroy your mitochondrial DNA. This shit destroys your fucking DNA, and they still push some people to take to kill bad microbes when there's thousands of other methods that they can use to kill bad microbes that don't destroy your DNA, but they give you this. Okay, that's just one example. That's fucking antibiotics, and everybody's getting prescribed that it's a daily thing. Okay, like, come on. But yeah, I'm gonna continue this video.
Book. It's on her website, divinesade.com. The link is in the description below. But anyways, as you guys can see, this character is so nasty. She's even missing a front tooth. And this is so weird because she looks like a freak, you know what I mean? If you guys know what the freak show is, she looks like she should be in the freak show. And people glamorize this type of thing. That's what really shocks me. You know, these characters that are coming out right now, Chrissean Rock, Glorilla, and Ice Spice, really show me how dumbed down people are and how low people are, man. People love dirty and nasty things nowadays. You know, the fact that a character like this could even be this big in today's day and age really shows how dumbed down people are and how nasty people are too, because all three of these characters push a very nasty agenda. And for some reason, her tooth that she puts on has Blueface on it, so that's kind of weird. And again, all three of these characters are inverts. They all have masculine bodies, especially Chrissean Rock. You know, her shoulders are extremely wide, and her neck is way too big for a female. And I noticed something in this picture. She's wearing a hat that says dead with skull and bones on it. And that's extremely symbolic because there's a lot of death gematria with her name and also Blueface's name. So one of these characters are going to fake their death. And to prove even further that this is a man, you can tell she's a man because she doesn't have any curves in her waist. And I noticed she tries curving her body when she takes these pictures so that people can think she has curves. But in reality, she has a manly body. You know, it's very easy to see, especially right here. And if you look at this caption, she said, "First day of practice. All I gotta say is I didn't die though. Still made it through the workout." Why did she have to mention that she didn't die? You know, that's why I strongly believe that either she's gonna fake her death or Blueface. You know, it's only a matter of time before one of those characters fakes their death. And I think the biggest mockery that Chrissean Rock is a man is her name. You know, she has 3 male names in her name. The first one is Chris. Chris is a man's name. And then the second one is Sean, which is another man's name. And then Chris Rock is another man's name. And I made a video about him 5 months ago. I recommend you guys check that out. The link is in the description below. Her name gives it away that she's a man. And it also is a big connection to her other character, which is Christina Milian. They both have Chris in their name. So that has to be the biggest connection of them all. And Divine Sade made a video about this 3 weeks ago. So make sure you guys check out her video. This was a perfect video. You know, she exposed Chrissean Rock's 2 other characters, which are Christina Milian and India Love. They all look exactly alike right here. And I made a few comparisons myself. And do I really have to say anything, you guys? They look exactly alike right here. It's completely undeniable. Ever since Divine Sade made that video, I couldn't unsee it. You know what I mean? Like every time I see Chrisean Rock, I instantly see a younger version of Christina Milian. And here's another comparison so you guys can see. They look exactly alike. I mean, they didn't change anything at all. The only difference is that Chrisean Rock is a very masculine character, and she's pushing out a way more toxic and nasty agenda. So now let's get into all of the connections. So Chrisean Rock's real name is Chrisean Malone, which is another reference to another male character, which is Post Malone. So she has a lot of masculine names in her name. But anyway, her birthday is March 14th, and dead equals 14 in 2 ciphers. And then Chrisean equals 41, which is 14 in reverse. And Milian equals 41, which is her other character's last name. And then I found it interesting that Christina Milian is 41 years old right now. So there's a lot of 41s and 14s involved in these characters. Chrisean equals 41 and Death Hoax equals 41 in the same cipher. So either Chrisean Rock is going to fake her death, or somebody around her like Blueface, or one of her other characters like Christina Milian or India Love. You know, one of these characters is going to fake their death because they're all connected to Death Hoax. And then Christina Milian was born in 1981, and her real name, Christine Flores, equals 81. And it matches up with Die. Die equals 18, and Christine Flores is 180, which is basically 18. And then Die equals 18, and Christine Flores equals 81 in the full reduction. And the 81 is basically just 18 in reverse. And then Chrisean Rock equals 74, and Killing and Rapper equals 74. So now let's get into the next character, which is Glorilla. And I already made a video about her, so I'm not really gonna talk about her too much. I recommend you guys check out my video about her because she looks exactly like Bow Wow and Lil Mama. I mean, they didn't even try at all with this one. They look exactly alike right here. And Glorilla is another very ghetto, nasty character that is just pushing a very nasty agenda right now. You know, what I've noticed about these new female celebrities is they're all pushing a masculine agenda to females. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because they're trying to turn females masculine. You know, first of all, rapping is a masculine thing. And she calls herself Glorilla, which is basically gorilla. And she even has a gorilla tattooed on her chest. And gorillas are very masculine and violent, you know what I mean? So all of these characters are pushing a very masculine agenda. And it seems like they want women to be masculine and men to be feminine. That's their biggest agenda right now with all of these characters. And as you guys can see, Lil Mama and Glorilla look like men in drag. And it's sad because their main target is females, and they want females to be like this. And Glorilla has so many tattoos, and tattoos are a very masculine thing as well. You know, it's fine for girls to have a couple tattoos here and there, but when they have like a whole sleeve like this, it just looks very masculine. And she's dressing very strange as well. You know, I've noticed the new agenda that they're pushing with fashion right now is extremely tacky. You know, all of these designs and colors, it just looks so tacky. And a lot of them are wearing ripped jeans and these weird designs on their jeans, which looks very weird to me. And like I said in my Glorilla video, this looks like a creature right here. This don't even look like a real woman. I've never seen a woman in real life that looks like this. You know, she looks really creepy right here. All of these characters are based off of deities, and that's why they all push different agendas.
Man, I'm so happy he said that so I didn't have to say it. But yes, 100%. Like, this motherfucker has a weird ass face. Like, bro, like, it's not in no way, shape, form, or fashion cute whatsoever. Motherfuckers are like pushing this out because there are a lot of like masculine hermaphrodites in the freaking community now because of astrazine being in the water. So I guess there's a lot of black women who have body dysmorphia who actually are cute, beautiful in every way that, think they possibly look masculine, but they really don't. And then there's some that actually do that, would promote this image right here because, I mean, you know, they want to live vicariously through this thing, okay? Because I don't know, it's like a win for them because, I don't know, but yeah, this straight up is an obvious transformer. Um, like the only thing it has that is close to, I guess you would equate to feminine, being feminine, is that it's kind of short. But I mean, if you would say being short is a feminine trait, I mean, that's modern society, I guess. But there are short men, baby. There's this like, sweetheart, there's short men out here, okay? And this person is built like a short man. Like, I don't understand, like, I just don't understand, like, why people are choose to ignore, like, the obvious. And, like, there's a lot of, like, just, homo thug guys that probably jacked off to this, and that's why they want to stay in denial. But this one is, like, really obvious. It's like another Michelle Obama situation. Really, really obvious. Like, Selena, not Selena, but what's her name? Serena Williams, Venus Williams, very obvious. I said Selena, but I don't know. Man, oh my gosh. But alright, yeah, this video is almost done. So I'm gonna let it finish and then I'm gonna end the live stream. Uh,
Agendas. And all of this just looks extremely dirty and nasty and ghetto, you know what I mean? Like every single female rapper is pushing this ghetto agenda for women, and it's very masculine because like I said, rapping is a masculine thing and singing.
Man, oh my God. And then look, it got Transformers in the background. Like, come on, like this one. Like, can y'all see? Do you have the eyes to see? Do you truly have the eyes to see? Can you see that this is a big head Transformer too? I can't zoom in. Okay, it's not gonna let me zoom in. Okay, I can't zoom in on videos, obviously. Okay. But yeah, right here to the left, if you're looking, I guess when I'm just the left or you know yeah, from looking at the screen, this left side, um even the big old fluffy hair cannot hide the fact that it got a big ass head, okay? And then like straight collarbone situation. Then you see the shoulder to hip ratio is very off, like no hips. I mean, yeah, like if these motherfuckers was put on puberty blockers at like 10, 11, 12, okay? Like the shoulders are not gonna like become super broad, okay? So, but still at the same time, there's markers where you can like, you know, check off like you can pretty much tell from other things like, oh, big bulging brow bone, huge neck, huge head, square jaw. Like, come on, huge head, wide neck, wide shoulders. The collarbone, straight across collarbone, like man, like come on, straight abdomen. Like we have to use this method now, unfortunately, because um the bottom and top surgeries are common and relatively accessible, cheap. You go straight to California. It's like a hell. Some of these congressmen and women, they have like programs where they'll bus you straight to California just to get your parts lopped off. So, I mean, it's relatively accessible, easy, free. So we have to use this method to figure out what is what now, unfortunately. Okay. And yes, okay, there will be possible cis women, okay, who, you know, may not check off on the list because, there are there is the thing with what is it, the with astrazine being in the water. So there are like people who are being born, there's more hermaphrodites being born today like than there were like freaking 50 years ago. Okay, it's not much, it's not that rare anymore. So there are intersex people being born, unfortunately. um and then there's like women, so-called women, who have just more masculine features because of the astrazine fucking up their DNA in the uterus because the mother drinks tap water, drink tap water Kool-Aid, eat fast food, eat food from places unknown that cook their food with this water that's contaminated with astrazine, and the fruits and vegetables that have astrazine on it. Okay, because it's a herbicide, it's a herbicide pesticide. Okay, that um, Breyer, or aka Monsanto, still use today. So um, do your research. Okay, in ghetto communities, they dump atrazine into like the water, literally. So this is why the black community is affected. This is why black women are affected by this. Okay, so yes, okay, with this method, yeah, a lot of masculine people who were affected by this water contamination, and fruits and vegetables, GMO fruits, who, were just fucked up in the uterus still, probably get fucked up with this. But unfortunately, we have to use this method because, I mean, come on. Um, we have these transformers that are willing to fool you. Okay, so we have to use these methods to figure out what we're talking to. Okay, because these motherfuckers will not be honest. Okay, they choose not to be honest because they think, oh, this surgeon can create you know, vagina. When a surgeon cannot, okay, they cannot give you a functional one because they cannot transplant the organs and the glands that come with a functional vagina that, women are born with, okay? They can't transplant those parts. They give you a surgically created hole, okay? And that surgically created hole pretty much cannot lubricate itself, okay? Um, it don't have any muscles, so there are women who figure out how to actually use their vaginas 100%. There, it's rare, but there are women who finds out, oh yeah, there's muscle and it builds and your vagina gets very strong and you can grip. And then there's women who figure out, oh yeah, this stuff, these pills that modern medicine give me destroys my vagina and it destroys the lining of my vagina, and they stop using that. So yeah, they have walls, they have all the linings and everything. They can feel the everything, and they can orgasm, and just sex is just great, you know. Um, for those who figure it out and who can, balance themselves, who don't stank, Um, yeah, but yeah, we just got to use this method now, okay? Like, because there's demons out here that's ready to fool you, okay? Because they once they mature enough, they'll realize that they fell for the okey doke and feel played, and that's why they want to scar people. That's one agenda why they want to just scar people. They want to scar men and stuff like that because they were lied to and stuff like that. Just like so-called AIDS victims and stuff like that. Okay, um, that's my thought on why someone would just be that low to not tell you, like, oh, I was born this way, born this gender, but I transformed or whatever. Like, it should be a choice. if, a cisgendered, what you want to call cisgendered person. It should be a choice if we want to deal with you or not, okay? Um, like, for instance, if I was a lesbian, like, there's some transformers that actually are coming into the lesbian community and, tricking women, into dating them and then telling them later on, oh, I was born male. And hold on, I have a penis. Some don't even have the courtesy to go get it chopped off before going into the lesbian community. Some will just go with the whole bulge and then try to talk like, dude, no. Lesbians are lesbians because they want a woman. They want a real vagina. They don't want a fake. They don't want nothing fake like that. And the ones that do probably are mentally ill. Okay, you should be straight, if you want a genetic male. So, like, it's just crazy out here right now. Okay, and then they get mad at people who have common sense, who talk like this. Okay, they want to shut you down. They want to shut down all your fucking social platforms because you talk like this, because you have some type of sense, because you have some type of mind and you can think for yourself, and you have an opinion that's opposing from the mainstream. Oh, no, we got to get rid of you. You're evil, you're crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I am so tired. And this is why I'm speaking out, okay? All right? And look, and if you're a man and if you don't want to get tricked out here, you better listen to me and you better write some notes. Write these notes down on how to figure out the difference is, if you're talking to a real woman or a transformer or hermaphrodite, because you don't want your time wasted. Like, these hermaphrodites do not have fully functional vaginas, just like these transformers, okay? And you're going in there um, with the expectations that you're gonna get like a great time because this person is screaming that they have a fat pussy and they can do all this stuff, but once you're in there, oh, nothing's going on. It is just boring. And then they are limited on positions too. Their legs hurt when they try to when you get them on top of you, they don't want to ride. It is just the worst fucking experience just ever. It's just a pooey. You go right in there. It's like just whoosh, just psh. And then like they're farting the whole time. Like what? Like, come on. Cause like it's no grip, no suction, no tightness. They can't feel you. It's all an act. Just don't waste your time, okay? Just don't waste your time. Um, uh,
Thing. And if you notice, a lot of male musicians nowadays are singing while they're rapping, and a lot of female celebrities are rapping like a man. And her music sounds like a man if you really listen to it. Her voice is extremely deep, and it's just very nasty, this agenda that they're pushing. So I just really wanted to make this video to let you guys know to not idolize any celebrities because they're all pushing an agenda, and their biggest agenda is to turn females into males and to turn males into females. And if you look right here, she has a lot of symbolism on the floor right here with this black and white checkered floor. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see my full breakdown on Glorilla, go watch this video. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'm out.
Me and asked me had I listened to this Blueface character that was blowing up, and I saw all the people on Twitter that were bringing attention to it, but like with most stupid things, I just ignored it. I refused to listen to a song of his unless that song he's rumored to have with Drake drops, but I was watching someone stream the other day and they played the song, and after that I just said I might as well check out the rest of the music and his suspicious come up, and to me this is definitely an industry plant. If you like analysis videos on hip-hop and rap, then subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I upload at least twice a week on both Mondays and Wednesdays. Also follow me on Instagram if you want to see my first reaction reviews to albums as they release. Let me first start off by answering the question all of you that DM me want to know, and that's my opinion on his music, which isn't an opinion in this case. It's a fact. And that is, his music is absolute trash, dumpster juice, sewer water, unbearably bad, and checks off the entire list of what makes a bad song. I would have found it surprising that people convince themselves to like this, but I've made several videos on this. You can just use the search function. One of them is like something like, can we be forced to like bad music and how trash rappers blow up? I might link them in the description or the cards if I don't forget. The basics is this. People will see something blow up and be incredibly popular, even if it's negative attention. And the contrarian in some of them will try and somehow justify how it's new and innovative without saying it's garbage. Blueface music is garbage. He's a terrible rapper and musician, and those are the facts. But people just don't want to say that. They'll jump through hoops to convince themselves he has potential or something like that, and the worst is when they say he's unique and doesn't sound like anyone else. Someone could screech over the instrumental theme song of SpongeBob, and that would be unique. Doesn't mean it isn't trash as well. And what irks me about people that force themselves to like this trash is that the only reason they're doing all this mental gymnastics is because he's popular. Or was initially fake popular. Think about it. If Blueface was just one of their friends, or a random song that someone came across with like 10 views on YouTube, do you think people would even think twice to call it trash? Hell no. They'd say it's terrible and keep it moving. I know some of you that watch me make music, and I guarantee, without hearing any of it, that 90% of you make better music than Blueface. And that's probably on the low end. It's probably closer to 95. But if you showed your music to the people who pretend to like Blueface, unironically, they'll call your music bad because you're not popular. I saw a video of him getting booed while performing at Philadelphia, so shout out to Philly for still having some standards when it comes to music. Now, why do I say he's an industry plant? The same formula or cycle that Blueface is going through right now is the same thing we saw used for Lil Pump when he first came out. Everyone thought it was a joke. The self-titled song that was a freestyle, and then Take Your Girl to the Movies, but the joke kept spreading and spreading, thanks in part to the social media agency Lil Pump got signed to really early on. Now, I don't think Blueface is signed to a social media agency, not yet at least. He revealed that he just signed to Cash Money West, and quotations around the just, because I believe he's been signed for a long time. Blueface released 2 mixtapes this year before his song Tatiana really went viral. Those were Famous Crip and Too Cocky. Nothing too special there. He's released music, big deal, so have thousands of others. And you're right, but he has had several music videos on World Star Hip Hop's YouTube channel before he blew up. 6 to be exact. World Star charges around $8,000 for a video post on their YouTube channel. That's $48,000 before he even got remotely popular. Where the hell did he get all this money to do this consistently? A lot of dumb people that really believe the facade these rappers put out are gonna say he sold drugs. And if you believe that, just continue believing your fantasies and enroll in Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. For the people with some sense, you know that someone is likely funding this because you're not going to continuously put out music videos on World Star if your first, second, or even third didn't blow up and give you a return on investment. Now keep in mind the music videos that went viral, which were mostly Tatiana and Respect My Crippin', the first was uploaded in July, and the second uploaded in early October. Usually if songs are hard and blow up organically, it happens pretty quickly, within a month. This is what happened with Hot Nigga, Trap Queen, and on a smaller scale, Ugly God and Lil Yachty's One Night. A random video isn't going to suddenly blow up again months later, because this whole Blueface thing didn't start happening until early November, late October the earliest. So what I believe happened is they realized just releasing this trash music wasn't enough, and they had to get some viral campaign going on. So what they did is make fun of him. This happens a lot. Labels or agencies will buy sponsored posts on really big Instagram and Twitter accounts that promote rap-related content, or even in this case, probably meme pages as well. And they would all post around the same time. And when a normal person sees all these outlets posting about this guy, they're like, whoa, I must be sleeping or something. how's this guy so poppin'? And they start to engage with it. And then other people that weren't paid initially to promote the guy do it for free because he's suddenly being talked about, and it just builds like a wildfire from there. If you pay attention, this happens all the time. Whenever you see a rapper that's relatively unknown suddenly being talked about everywhere, that's what it is. Besides, anyone with any sense knows not to sign to Cash Money and would ride out the wave they got right now until they could get a better offer. Remember how long 21 Savage was popping for before he decided to sign a deal with Epic Records? He had offers from every label and took the best one for him, and he's doing great now. Who other than Drake and Nicki are doing well on Cash Money? Matter of fact, can you even name anybody other than them on Cash Money? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is Blueface an industry plant? And do you actually like his music? Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you enjoyed.